Assault Squad Epsilon. Your orders are to head to the attached coordinates and connect with Strike Force Omega. Your target? The Last Stop Motel. Command out.
Understood. Heading to Rendezvous Point Alpha. Well then, this might take longer than anticipated. Command didn't say anything about raiders.
Hello and welcome back to another game of Fallout Wasteland Warfare. This is going to feature the Enclave Assault Force that was in my first Night Evans video, and they're going to be up against the Bloody Skulls, the raider gang that I painted in my last painting video. So the match is going to be played over 5 rounds. The Enclave Force just have to escape off the top right hand side of the board, and the Bloody Skulls have to just stop them. Simple as that. So let's get started with round 1. So as they're both evenly matched, I'm going to roll the luck die. If it comes up lucky, then the Enclave are going to start. Unlucky, the Raider's going to start. So it looks like the Enclave are kicking off round 1. So we're going to kick off with a trainee. He's going to use a sniper rifle to shoot into that Raider there. That first shot's a miss. And his second shot's also a miss. The Psycho is going to take a short move, and then he's going to throw one of his 2 Molotovs at the small group of Enclave there. So the trainee that he's aiming at, he manages to block it. Because there is a neighbour effect, I'm going to have to roll for the other 2 scouts in the group. First of the 2 scouts, he takes 1 damage and he's also on fire. And the other scout suffers the same fate. The scout that's on fire, he's going to take 2 shots into the Psycho. That first one's a miss. Second one is a hit. And the Psycho takes 2 damage. The Outlaw is going to shoot into the scout in the middle of the map. That first one's a miss. Second one's a hit. He blocks one of the damage and takes 1. Back over to the Enclave, the other scout is also going to take 2 shots into the Psycho. That fire must really be messing up his vision, because that's a couple of misses. Raider there, he's going to take a single move, and then he's going to try shooting into the scout. And that's a miss. He's going to shoot back into the raider. And that's a big old 4 damage. And first casualty of the match, that raider's down. And then for his second turn, he's going to just move up the board. The Psycho Outlaw is going to use his dose of Psycho. And then he's just going to do a charge into that guy that's just moved. Seeing the Psycho in the middle, he's going to join his friend, he's going to do a move and a charge. He's scouring the power armor, he's going to stomp down the board a bit, he's going to do a single move, and then he's going to shoot his flamer into that group in the middle. So the first of our Enclave forces, he is hit, he takes 2 damage and he's on fire. Trainee that's just moved, he's also hit, he's going to take 1 damage. And he's also on fire. And not giving a damn about his fellow raiders, the Psycho is also going to take some damage here. He's also hit, he also takes a single point of damage, and he's also on fire. Rounding out the moves to the Enclave, the last remaining member of the assault squad, he's going to take a single move up the board. And he's going to do 1 shot. And he does 1 point of damage. And to finish off the Bloody Skulls, the leader is going to take some shots into that group in the middle. He's aiming for the guy on the right. That's a hit. I'm just going to go around the group, 1, 2, 3, and then back to 4 for the first guy. That is a 3, so he actually hits that unlucky Psycho. Who takes 3 damage. And that's the second of the raiders down. And for a second shot, that's a miss. So we're going to kick off round 2 by looking at the event card. Among the stars, That means it's a -2 to all ranged attacks for this round. So Control's going to pass over to the Raiders because they're now outmanned. So the leader of the Bloody Skulls, he's going to shoot into that couple of Enclave folk in the middle of the board. That is a hit. And that Scout's down for the count. Second shot, he's going to shoot into the other guy in the middle. And that's a miss. The Scout there is going to do a couple of attacks into the Psycho. And that's 2 misses. Psycho is going to do a charge, and then he's going to do an attack into the Scout. That is a hit. Not a very good hit because the Scout blocks all the damage. The next Enclave soldier is going to charge into the Psycho, and he's going to attempt to hit with his Ripper. And that Psycho's down for the count, so that's the Raiders down to half their force already. The Raider Outlaw is going to take 2 shots into the trainee out in the open. That first shot's a miss. Second shot is a hit. And his armour blocks all the damage. The guy that's just been shot at is going to shoot back at the Raider. That is a hit with 2 armour break. He's only got 1 armour, so he takes the 2 damage. Second shot's a crit with an armour break. Like I just said, he's only got 1 armour, so that's number 4 of the Raiders down. Our Power Armour Raider with the Flamer is going to do a couple of attacks into the trainee in front of him. And that's 2 blasts with his Flamer. Don't know what he was aiming at, but he doesn't manage to hit anything. That guy counting his lucky stars that he's not been turned into a shish kebab is going to shoot back into the Flamer. And that is a crit. And he does 1 damage. His second shot is also a crit. 2 damage from that, and strangely, he's managed to set the guy with the Flamer on fire. So just a couple of the Enclave left to go. That trainee is also going to shoot into the Flamer at long distance with his sniper rifle. First shot's a miss. Second shot's a hit, and he takes another 2 damage. And as I forgot to do it earlier, the scout that charged into Psycho, he's still very much on fire. I'm going to roll to see if he manages to put it out. That's him past his luck test, so he successfully put out the fire. So top of round 3, our event card is Morat Tunnel. So I'm going to put a marker in the middle of the board. So anybody that ends up in yellow of that marker is going to have to roll at the end to see if they take damage from the Morats springing out of the ground. So control's going to stick with the raiders. The Flamer Power Armor guy is going to shoot into that trainee again to try and hit him. Once again, he's just spurting flame everywhere, manages to miss the trainee. Trainee takes no damage. The flamer, because he hasn't moved, he's within yellow. So he's actually going to take damage from that mole rat. And I'm going to test to see if he's still on fire. He is very much on fire, and that was the last of his health gone, so way to go, Flamer guy. You've just died by being set on fire and being nibbled by a mole rat. The lucky trainee that's left standing in the middle there is going to do a couple of shots into veteran. That first one's a miss. Second shot manages to block some of the damage, but takes 1. The veteran's going to shoot back into that trainee. That is a hit. And unfortunately, his luck's just ran out because he's down for the count now. Then he's going to take a single move up the board. He's also going to have to roll because he's within yellow of the Morat tunnel. So they just can't seem to get through his power armor because he manages to block all the damage. Next up for the Enclave, he's going to take 2 shots into the leader of the Bloody Skulls. First one's a miss. Second one is a hit. And he blocks 1 and takes 1. So our 2 Enclave scouts, they can move red because they're a wee bit faster. They're both going to take 2 moves. That first one is in yellow of the mole rat, so let's roll to see if he takes any damage. He's managed to block it. Second guy's going to move. So the last of our Enclave force, they're going to take a single move up the board, and they're going to take a shot into the leader of the Bloody Skulls. That is a hit. And he takes the 2 damage. So round 4, we've got a frog crawler lurking around the edges. So there are 2 members of the Enclave within red of the board edge. So we're just going to test. I'm just going to roll luck for the first one. He's passed that luck test. Let's see if the second guy is as lucky. And he's also managed to pass that. So we just have the leader left for the Raider gang. He's going to turn round and take 2 shots into the back of that scout that just ran past him. And that first one's a hit, and he takes 2 damage. And the second shot's a miss. So over to the Enclave, the first of the 2 scouts is going to take his 2 moves, and he's within striking distance of the edge. I don't think it's going to matter because this other guy is... Yep, he's within red of the edge, so he's going to walk off. So that's the end of the match.
Avenge me, brothers. Command, squad leaders down, request new orders.
Negative. Continue on mission. The last stop must fall.
So thank you very much for watching that battle report. This is going to be the first of 3 matches featuring the Enclave that's going to lead to the battle for the last stop motel. What I've actually planned is only the Enclave that survive their battles are going to go on to the main battle at the end. So that's 4 of the 6 scouts are going to be present for that big battle. So let's see how the rest of them do over the next 2 matches. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.